the outfitting of that canine. Dispatch is also a very critical public safety department that can truly determine life or death for residents. For 2017 and into 2018, we'll continue to replace outdated equipment and find new and innovative trainings that will give our dispatchers all the tools they need to respond quickly and efficiently to crisis situations that are only a phone call away. We've hired additional dispatchers to make sure that when residents need help, someone is at the other end of the line to send assistance. We've also upgraded security at City Hall for the sake of our employees and public documents. The fire department has also been expanding to meet the current and future needs of our citizens. In 2012, the city had 7 full-time firefighters. Now, 6 years later, we're getting very close to a minimum staffing of 2, with a total, after this current hiring process that we're in right now, of 11 full-time firefighters. Now partner them with the numerous volunteers that dedicate time and energy and public safety toward their fellow citizens, and we get a community that's safe and protected. Remember, a community that's safe is a community that people want to join. We're working hard to make sure our public safety officials in all 3 departments are equipped to do the job that's needed to maintain our ranking as one of the safest communities in Indiana. The third big goal is to improve and invest in quality of life amenities. I've said it time and again, Columbia City must be a place that people want to live. We must have desirable amenities for residents and visitors of all ages. One key addition to the city's quality of life continues to be constructed out along State Road 9. The new Columbia City High School is going to be a tremendous asset for our population, both current and future. With this new facility being the only new high school under construction in the state of Indiana, Columbia City and Whitley County will have a competitive advantage against other communities throughout Northeast Indiana, as well as throughout the northern half of the state. In fact, Whitley County Consolidated has already seen an increase in student population in this current school year. There's no doubt that families have been and will continue to be giving strong consideration to joining our school corporation. Of course, the Russell and Evelyn Fall Aquatic Center is going up block by block, yard by yard. This effort would not be possible without the help of so many people, including the Russell and Evelyn Fall family and the DECO Foundation and Whitley County Community Foundation, Lutheran Health Systems, and the Northeast Indiana Regional Development Authority, Lori Shipman, Billy Reffett, Whitley County Government, I'm getting there, Whitley County Consolidated Schools, the Columbia City City Council, Court Treasurer Rosie Coyle, and literally hundreds of residents and businesses that donated, and of course, Columbia City Parks Director Mark Green. This facility was recognized by the Regional Development Authority as a priority project for not only Whitley County, but for Northeast Indiana as a whole. When opened, the facility will welcome thousands of citizens and visitors to a fantastic quality of life amenity that will be beneficial for all ages. Now currently, we're a little behind schedule. We had some unsuitable soils. What do you kind of expect after you dig up a 60-year-old pool? But we had some unsuitable soils, but we are confident that by the end of June, the Russell and Evelyn Fall Aquatic Center will open its doors and welcome all to come and enjoy the many benefits of aquatic recreation. In 2018, we'll have a route study performed on the best way to get from our current trail system to the new CCHS site. The study will evaluate the aesthetic, topographic, and logistical challenges that stand between the Blue River Trail on South Line Street and the new CCHS property located on State Road 9. This trail is critically important for the safety of walkers and bikers who may be going to a sporting event or just trying to get to school. The trail will also assist in expanding the mileage of our trail system to give additional opportunities for recreational exercise. Now, we also continue to consider pedestrian routes to connect the Westgate and Deer Chase subdivisions to our trail system. A new school, new aquatic center, expanded trails, and many other growing amenities are exciting additions to our community that will help cultivate growth into the future. The fourth goal, someone killed that bird. The fourth goal is to retain and attract talent to Columbia City. Now, to be fair, this goal really is more of an overarching goal that fits as a part of the previous 3 goals. However, it's important to set it apart. This goal of retaining and attracting talent is not only a Columbia City goal, but also a Whitley County, Northeast Indiana, and statewide goal. Whitley County's Economic Development Corporation has hired Riley Hollenbaugh as the Director of Workforce and Community Development with his main focus being retaining and attracting talent to Whitley County. The Northeast Indiana Regional Partnership has multiple staff working full-time on attracting people to our area and trying to keep the high-quality people here. Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb has set this goal as being one of his priorities for the rest of his gubernatorial administration. Now, make no mistake, the objective of retaining and attracting talent is working to address the #1 threat to our future. Indiana, like most other states in the Midwest, doesn't have mountains, or oceans, or sun 365 days a year, or as Amanda would say, 50 days a year. We have to overcome our dreary winters, humid summers, and perceived lack of coolness among younger populations. We've seen precipitous declines across the Midwest as more residents pack up and move to the coast. So how do we fight back? Well, one way is the often referenced and great business environment that exudes throughout our state and region, which has attracted many new companies from other states and countries. Having an attractional business environment brings new companies and new jobs to our city. Now, over the past year, we've seen a dramatic renovation to the Kroger store, which incorporated a new Starbucks coffee shop, sushi availability, and expanded grocery offerings. I know many people like ClickList as well. We've seen renovations to the Kentucky Fried Chicken and Wendy's restaurant. We've seen multiple shops open downtown and are currently seeing the construction phases of a new Verizon Wireless corporate office, a long-awaited Holiday Inn Express, and Patterson Family Dental's large facility. 2017, we saw construction values of commercial and industrial buildings rise from $2.4 million in 2016 to over $3 million in 2017. If you take out the construction value of the new CCHS building and the Aquatic Center, Columbia City alone saw a total of over $16 million in new construction value in 2017. In speaking with many business owners throughout Columbia City, it's clear that our economy is not only growing, but it's thriving. Another way to address population stagnation and decline is to ensure a lively community with many options for recreation. Now, besides the many quality of life amenities that I've already addressed, it's important to recognize the growth of the heart of our community, our downtown. So many things are occurring in downtown Columbia City that it's really hard to know where to start. First Fridays was launched last year as a collaboration between the Columbia City Downtown Business Alliance and the Columbia City Main Street Association. Thanks to the foresight of the steering committee, this event continued to grow month after month. The Main Street Association partnered those events with 2 Movie on the Square events that saw over 600 families in attendance. Numerous new businesses located downtown with a few others in the works for 2018. We also had our standard, of course, Old Settlers Days and J.A. Car Show, and many other events take place in the heart of our community. Now, these events are critical in connecting us to our neighbors and fellow residents. This connection can mean the difference between someone living here versus someone moving away. In fact, at one of these events, a new couple who was looking for a place to locate in Northeast Indiana stopped me as I walked from one event to another. The guy specifically sought me out to tell me what he thought about our community. Now, I hate to admit, but I'm always a little hesitant when someone wants to tell me about our community, right? But, surprisingly, he spent 10 minutes raving about the generosity of our residents, the cute little shops that line downtown, and the pace of life that permeates our community. It's those kind of interactions that reinforce my belief that our city is truly a place like no other, and we must continue to reinvest in ourselves. So, in 2018, we will embark on a downtown revitalization study that will review the current infrastructure downtown and consider new and creative placemaking options to enhance the look, feel, and shopping experience in downtown. I hope you'll consider joining us at a public input session later this year. This study will set up a future revitalization project that can aesthetically transform our downtown. The business environment, connecting points, and downtown growth all focus on retaining and attracting talent to our fair city. The fifth and final goal, I know everyone's breathing a sigh of relief now, is really to maintain a strong and stable community. This is an all-encompassing goal that includes keeping up with federal and state mandates, ensuring quality streets and sidewalks, and providing good government services to the public. Utilities are a cornerstone of city government. In Columbia City, we are proud to have 4 strong utilities that continue to serve not only our residents, but many other residents out in the county in places like Lincoln Point and Big Lake and the County TIF District and Crooked Lake. With safe and affordable drinking water, much below neighboring communities' rates, we continue to pump increasing flows to our residents and beyond. While it is never an easy thing to discuss, additional improvements need to be made to our drinking water system, and additional revenues are needed for maintaining the system we have. Even with the growth in our community, the water department has financially declined to a spot where a rate increase may be needed. We'll continue to evaluate this predicament, but after 6 years of no increases to the water utility, a very modest cost of service increase will need to be looked at in the year to come. But even with, and if, we have a potential increase, Columbia City would still have one of the lowest drinking water rates in northern Indiana. The electric utility continues to reinvest in our system through burying previously overhead electric lines and re-engineering projects to provide shorter and shorter outage times. We have begun working with AEP on a conversion of our power grid to increase the amount of power coming to our growing community. This project will also create additional points of connection, lessening the opportunity for outages. Finally, the project will allow us to decommission our oldest substation while still providing reliable power to all of our customers. In 2018, we'll also embark on a pilot program that will allow for the reduction in cost to the utility, which ultimately keeps rates stabilized. The automatic metering AMI pilot project will be rolled out as a test case for a larger build-out in 2019. The pilot project will